She looked at me the same way my mother looked at me. I stopped trying to tell her and just sobbed. She snatched me up off the ground and dragged me back to the streetcar stop. Back to her camp on the lake, I sat in the back seat, silent, while she glanced at me in the rearview mirror with fear in her eyes. When we got to the camp, she took me for a bath. I could hear her on the phone talking about me. When I was done, I went to bed, not having the energy to deal with questions or looks of fear from her. The following day, she informed me she was taking me home. When we got to my house, my mother glared at me and sent me to my room while she spoke to my grandmother. She didn't like what my grandmother told her and decided without asking my opinion. My grandmother left without even saying goodbye to me. She never took me to stay with her again or spoke to me when she visited my family. Just one more person who couldn't stand me. My mother decided I needed more religious structure in my life, that maybe the fear of God would straighten me out. So I was sent to a Catholic school. Catholic school was beyond difficult for me. I tried to talk to Sister Mary Elizabeth about my dreams and how I knew what people were thinking and feeling about seeing the spirits at the cemetery. She didn't know how to handle the questions or me, and so she sent me to Father Roy. I was always in his office, in trouble for asking those questions. I got no help from him. He told me it was Satan trying to lure me into darkness and to trust in God. God was the answer I sought, and I trusted in his divine guidance. The Bible had all the answers I sought, and I would have just read the Word of God and listened to his voice, watch for his signs. Catechism class was a nightmare. I got into trouble for questioning passages in the Bible that contradicted others, things that made no sense, asking things like, why did God say, "Thou shalt not kill," and then tell his people to murder others? Again, I was sent to Father Roy, and again he said that if I would just trust in the Bible and the Word of God, all would become clear to me. So I began reading the Bible every day, cover to cover, instead of doing homework or classwork. Every day, every chance I had, I read the Old and New Testament. That went over about as well as a lead balloon, both at home and at school. I didn't find the answers I sought and ended up in trouble. When they asked me why I wasn't doing my schoolwork, I told them Father Roy had said my answers were in the Bible, so I read it like he told me to. They called in Father Roy, who said that wasn't what he meant and that my schoolwork was more critical than my reading of the Bible. I asked him why he had told me that the Bible and God's divine word were most important, but he denied ever telling me that. He insisted he told me that in the Bible I'd find my answers, nothing more. That night I was punished harshly and grounded yet again. My mother also confiscated every book I had. For 6 weeks I was allowed to go to school, come home to do chores and homework, and then go to bed with only a sandwich for dinner.